Welcome to Tech Talk with rptech. I am Ganesh from Rashi Peripherals. We are a national distributor for the IT hardware and software products and AI first distributor in India. We have a 35 plus years of experience in the industry and we are partnered with the 70 plus OEMs, which includes the Nvidia, Supermicro, Asus, Dell, Schneider, OpenText, NinjaOne and many more. Today, we are happy to invite Mr. Suresh HR, who is the founder and managing director of Central Data Systems, who has spent over 2 decades mastering the unsung hero of the technology world. Pleasure having you here, sir.
Thank you, Ganesh, and thank you and Rashi Peripherals for providing me an opportunity. Thank you for having me here.
Great,
Thank you very much.
Pleasure is ours. So, would like to hear from your end the growth journey of Central Data Systems, how it is started in 2003, how it is evolved, how it is growing.
Yeah. We have been now, as you mentioned, for a little over 22 years now. This is our 23rd year of operations. And we started CDS. Central Data Systems is better known as CDS in the market.
Yes, in the market.
So we started CDS in the year 2003. Me and a colleague of mine called Subbu and an elderly gentleman. And the idea was to provide total IT infrastructure solutions to our customers. But rarely you had partners who would do the entire IT infrastructure solutions. So our endeavor was, to basically address this gap and to provide total IT infrastructure solutions to our customers. So the business was based on providing end-to-end IT infrastructure solutions that included power, networking, compute. And of course, today we are talking about, AI, cloud and hybrid cloud and, the entire works as far as the IT infrastructure solution is concerned. So that was the genesis of CDS. And we have been in this business for 23 years. About a year and a half from now, we'll be, celebrating our 25 years as an organization. And we are spread across 6 cities in India. We're headquartered in Bangalore, branches in Chennai, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Delhi. So that covers the entire geography of Bangalore, region-wise. And in terms of people, we are close to 140 people today. And in terms of revenues, we are about 300 crores as a company as of last year, and our employees who has helped us in this growth.
From 2003 to now, how did you keep alive that hunger of startup for 20 years plus?
I think that is there as a trait, I would say, and we always believed, if a leader or an entrepreneur gets into complacency, and then that is where, his downfall starts. So I think the leadership at CDS, we always haven't thought of being complacent. Even today, you ask me to meet a customer or a few customers in a day, I'm ready for it. Basically, I'm a salesman, I would say, I'm always kicked by the idea of meeting customers and, meeting new people, understanding their concerns and see where we can, provide solutions to them. And of course, trying to achieve greater things as we go forward.
Great.
So I think that doesn't stop. So, I think with that, having said that, that flows right through and percolates to every level at CDS. So, that's where, we have been able to make sure that complacency doesn't set in.
Great.
Right.
So not just founder and managing director, you had another hat of sales manager that help you to alive this startup.
At the end of the day, you need to do sales, whatever may be your role actually.
How is your journey from providing a hardware initial time in 2003 to now, complete providing a digital transformation solution to your customer?
See, as again, 2 decades is a long time actually, 23 years now. I could just go to a customer place earlier and just ask him for a requirement and say, okay, what do you have? And the customer would say, see, I need a network, I need this kind of switch. I have, say, 100 users and, I need compute for them. I need some UPS for them. And, I would not have thought about, talking about his business. I've just gone there. He's given me a requirement. Okay, I'm fulfilling his requirement and make sure that you secure the business. Of course, there was competition then, even now. but you would secure your business, and then get your order. But today, unless you know what your customer does, so I'm excited by this term KYC, know your customer, right? So you need to know your customer. If you know your customer, only then, you can understand what are his needs, what pain you're trying to solve over there, right? So unless if you don't know that, then, where is this transformation coming? The transformation can happen only if you are close to the customer, understand what business he is in, and then provide him a solution. So this journey has taught us this, so unless you don't get into that discussion of, what you want and what is your pain, what are you trying to solve, you're not going to provide him a solution. So the business has evolved in that practice, wherein we learn about the customer and then learn more about what we can do and try to be a true trusted advisor to your customer. Okay. That is where transformation happens, where you can provide them solutions which can transform a customer's business or, address a pain point.
Great. Through with this advisory mechanism, probably can hold and retain the customer for longer period.
Yes, very much.
You have a capabilities to build a complete data center. So in terms of building a data center, power also plays a major role. But for a longer period, power was an unsung hero who is not talked about actually. So why is it so?
See, I think it was primarily the reason was, the way organizations had structured themselves internally. The power was always addressed by the facilities team, which had nothing to do with what the IT did. So these were silos. And within IT, you had the network team, which worked independently, and the compute team, which the systems team would work completely differently. But today, over the period of time, the technology has made everyone to work together, I would say. Because if you look at, for example, if you talk about hyper-converged infrastructure, you have systems, you have compute, storage, and network virtualization and networking, getting into one platform. Similarly, today, what is happening when you build a data center? The conversation is not just about what is the use case. What are you building the data center for? It's also about what are the rack densities in terms of, how much load do you want a rack to hold? See, back then, we could just say 3 kilowatt in a rack was normal. Today, even if it's 100 kilowatt, nobody talks about, nobody's surprised. That is the way the workloads have evolved. I would say. So with that being the case, today you have CIOs getting into this discussion. So while it could have been unsung in the past, I think today it is getting its due. You cannot ignore it anymore. Because if you are running a data center and you don't know what kind of power infrastructure you're setting up, then, you are doomed to fail, I would say. So today, increasingly, IT owners and, the IT teams are getting into this discussion and are wanting to understand what kind of solutions they are being provided, what kind of redundancies they are being provided, what kind of uptime guarantees can be given, and can this be managed? The whole point is something which cannot be measured, cannot be managed, right? So every component in the data center has to be managed, right? And real-time updates have to go to the users. So, we provide a solution which covers everything. And I'm happy to say that, today it is no more an unsung hero. You can't ignore that fact.
That is true.
Today, people are talking about sustainability also, right? So power plays an important role, not only from a sustainability angle, but also from the efficiency angle and also from the cost angle. So you need to have systems which are super efficient. You cannot, gone are the days you will just say, I put some UPS and let it give me backup when there is no power and be done with it. You can't do that today. You need to be cognizant to the fact the solution what is being provided is efficient, which can guarantee uptimes and is also compliant with sustainability goals what you have. So it has a larger canvas today.
Got it. So now I'd like to know what is the secret behind holding and working with the longer period, more than 15 years, I would say, the OEMs like global OEMs like Dell, Microsoft, Cisco, Schneider. So,
see, with most OEMs, we have been with them since inception. Okay. Except for Dell, which started later in India with the partner ecosystem. Earlier, Dell was direct, as you would know,
Yes.
So I think, our philosophy in CDS has been that, we grow with our OEMs and we also build our skill sets with the OEMs. So one is that, the strategy of breadth and depth, you increase your skills and also, spread your, canvas within the OEM. And second is loyalty as well, we are not a company where we'll say we'll work with 10, 15 OEMs, that's not the case. We work with, we have been with for the last 23 years, we have been with the same 4, 5 OEMs, the names, which you mentioned. So, and we continue to grow with them. So I would like to say CDS owes a good amount of its growth to our customers and our OEMs and our employees in equal measure.
With this, you're directly saying, so it's not about the volume, it's the quality of the OEMs that you have capable to build the complete portfolio or infrastructure that the customer is required.
Yes.
So you have associations with the storage related, so OEMs, networking.
Yes.
Then power again.
Yes.
So compute. So in all the segment you have a global player. So
yes,
that ensures customer is being taken
100%.
care. Great. Now we will talk about the CDS family and culture. How does it help you to grow your company?
See, from the beginning, we have fostered a culture in CDS which is open and transparent and which is devoid of hierarchies, right? Anybody in CDS can walk into a leader and talk and have any discussion, whatever their problems, work related are, So we foster transparent and a very flat structure within CDS, and which encourages open participation and, discussing things very transparently. And that's been the case for us since inception, So we have not had, we have not built hierarchies internally, right? You may be a leader, that is fine, but, you cannot ignore, if there are certain pressing matters which needs your attention, and so that's the culture what we have built. And I think that has really helped us. And we continue to, encourage that culture.
Great. With this culture, I'm like, what is the attrition rate at your company?
Yes. One other point. That's a good question. Our attrition rates are one of the lowest in the industry.
Okay.
In our industry, I would say, I'm not talking generally IT as such. Among the partner community, I would say we have a very low attrition rate. And there's a good amount of my colleagues who have been with CDS for more than 10 years.
Very happy to know where we millennials, Gen Z people look forward to change their jobs in a year or months. So whereas you're holding for a decade, I would say. So that's really great achievement.
So what we do is, enable them to, align their goals with that of the company. So that, then there is consonance. So that, you don't feel that, left out, or you feel that the company is not helping you grow and things like that. See, growth is not only money.
True.
Because each one has a different growth objective. It's not always money, And at CDS, we strive to, make sure that, we help our colleagues achieve their growth objectives.
Great.
That's been very important for us.
We were discussing about the one must quality that you look in the new hire.
See, I think I look at honesty and integrity. That's a non-negotiable. When it comes to higher positions, I would like to understand, apart from their successes, I would like to understand their failures as well. Because very few people talk about failures. And I don't know why one should be shy of understanding failures. And
become a red flag kind of thing. So what if I talk about my failures? How will they perceive? So management, that's how
but I think, see, at higher positions, both the interviewer and the interviewer are mature enough, right? So I think there shouldn't be any inhibition in talking about failures. See, certain failures are not in your control.
True.
So, but learning from that failure is in your control, is what I feel.
That's must require.
Right. So in higher positions, I look at discussing failures and how they overcame that.
Great answers. So We would like to hear more about your CSR and sustainability activities that you are initiated at CDS.
See, CSR we have been doing for more than 5 years now. And prior to the time when the government started putting a certain revenue threshold and said, those above this revenue threshold should do X component of their profits into CSR. We have been doing before that definition came into play. But today, when we talk about CSR, CDS has been involved in basically activities which is like education, then midday meal programs. So these are two things what are generally which we have been doing. Girl child education is one among them. On the sustainability, see, we work with like Schneider. Schneider has a sustainability practice, which they provide sustainability solutions to end customers. So the thing is, we have to practice what we preach, right? We cannot say you talk about sustainability, but if the customer turns around and says, what are you doing? We cannot say, no, we are too small to talk about sustainability, which is not the case. So we have taken this sustainability upon in terms of, basically defining the goals, what we want to achieve. You need to understand what sustainability goals you want to achieve, right? So we work with science-based targets, and, we have defined some of these goals. So basically, I think we have taken about 3 goals with a time frame of 2030. So there is a step-by-step approach what you take, right? You don't attain those goals in 1 year. So there's a 3-year plan and a 7-year plan kind of a thing. If you see our office, most of our lighting is LED. If you see our compute we are using HCI system. So gone are the days where we had multiple servers. We just have one 2U server today. So the consumption is reduced. We use a smart rack, right? Then one of the goal what we have is, that we use lots of vehicles for delivery and things like that, right? So we have a goal that it has to be replaced with electric vehicles, right? Over a period of time. Then, see, today we are in a leased office, but, we are building our own office, and we hope that it will be a fully green office.
Green certified.
Yeah, green certified office. So, so these are the goals what we have for ourselves. So my opinion is, talking about sustainability, it's everyone's responsibility, right? You cannot attach a size to it and say that, only it applies to certain size of businesses and doesn't apply to others. It applies to every individual, I would say, like the way we work actually.
Performs. So I'd like to know about your daily routine. So as a founder and MD of CDS, rather than always working with the machines.
No, see, my routine is, I go to office most of the days and spend a good amount of time. I meet customers regularly. I'm still in the front line of sales. Me and my partner, as I had mentioned earlier, by name Subbu, he handles the networking side of the business. So we are still in the business in terms of, meeting customers. We are not out of touch, and we don't want to be out of touch. Right? That helps us to, remain young and, learn new things. So that, if you shoot a question on AI, I should not be, not being in a position, not being able to answer. I should be able to comprehend and answer, So that is what I do on a daily basis. And of course, weekends, I do have my hobbies. One of that hobby is farming, right?
Awesome.
Yeah, I have some land outside of Kanakpura here, and I do some amount of farming, which is a way for me to de-stress. Okay. And non-negotiable.
Actually, that is my next question. How do you relax?
Okay.
So, in the weekends, so to recharge yourself, take care of the company, which is 2 decades over. Yeah. So, you're addressing secret.
And some amount of travel also. I love traveling.
Cloud or on-premise, what comes first?
I think, as I said earlier, it is. It depends on what you're trying to achieve. So, there's no one size fits all. So it can be cloud, it can be on-prem, depending on what you want to achieve.
Growth or profitability?
I would say profitability
Okay.
coupled with growth.
Great answer. So, one book every business leader should read.
I think Who Moved My Cheese
Okay.
by Spencer Johnson. I think that is something, which I read long time back, but, I keep sometimes during weekends, because to keep my thing fresh in that will tell you not to get complacent.
Great. One habit that help you to get this success.
I would say consistency.
India's biggest tech opportunity lies in right now.
People are saying it is AI, but I still feel there are multiple opportunities in India, But if you're looking at short-term growth, I think AI is short-term to medium-term. I think AI is definitely there. But otherwise, there are lots of other things. There's infrastructure and other things going on. India's building huge data centers. So India can't be one story. Multiple stories are there. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your journey sharing with us and to our audience.
Ganesh, thank you very much. I enjoyed every bit, and I would like to thank Rashi Peripherals for setting this up and having me here. It's been a great learning for me, and I really enjoyed your questions.
Thank you.
And I hope I was able to answer them.
Yes,
Right?
you are.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us and to our audience. Look forward to continue to work together, grow together. Think AI, think Rashi.